curious to see how much that comes out versus Onin, who is very similar to a CQC brawler when Steve needs to be.
I'm really interested as well to see how Lucky deals with these blocks, how he deals with especially 3 high walls and these platforms where, you know, Patui doesn't just get to find an easy way over it, and Plant doesn't have the best options safety-wise to actually deal with these blocks, plus being one of the heaviest characters, the 11th heaviest character in Ultimate, right, just gets comboed pretty well, and Steve maybe the combo king here in Smash.
And this is also, you know, you can prepare for Steve. There's a lot of Steve bots out there. A matchup that you don't see often is Piranha Plant.
Yes.
And so I'm curious what sort of bag of tricks Lucky can have ready to try and take it over Onin, sort of edge out a victory here.
Interesting, that Poison Cloud, the tick damage it applies on wooden block, breaks through it very fast, and obscures what Lucky is going to do next. That's a huge piece of matchup tech, because those Steves want to react to when you break that bottom block with what you're doing and call it out. Lucky being able to take that off the table with Poison Cloud is so smart, but the Anvil coming through saying, hey, I don't care that you have a spike ball, I don't care about Patui, because guess what, I'm going to close you without all this.
Did Poison kill the minecart?
I think it did. It did too much damage to kill it. I saw
that. That is interesting.
Yeah, it was very quick, too. I was like very surprised how that disappeared.
Yeah, it just does so much damage over time, and I guess that since, you know, even though it's a projectile, since it still applies that tick damage to the hitbox, it just eats through that health bar. Completely nullifies it. Now the diamond, that extra hit stun modifier, not going for the jab, so no higher SDI modifier. The pick loop's gonna work perfectly, but Onin still losing his stock for it. Having the second diamond in the back pocket, though, means he still has plenty of resources to work with. And that's really been the one issue Lucky's had, is he hasn't been able to counter-manage Onin's resources very well.
Yeah, Onin already had 2 diamonds before first stock was over, which is kind of insane. And I just feel, just sort of like we touched on before, Steve's just doing so much more damage when he gets in. Like, I feel like Lucky has answers. Lucky's getting hits, doing good stuff. But we're going to need to see some more out of this advantage state, which we're seeing. Lucky said, hold up, wait a minute, I got you, bro. Let me show you.
Well, that's a classic, right, setup where you put that block high and you minecart back. It's the minecart because it's strong height, but Lucky just calling it out, saying, Onin, we know it's your meme, buddy.
Ooh. Oh, finish it? No. That minecart was so scary, by the way. You actually could have died for that.
If he died, I mean, I don't think any of us would have had voices left. Utilizing the gold F smash.
F smash backer, F smash backer, F smash backer.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, they upped the frame data, right? Why not burn through your gold resources to make it happen?
God, hilarious.
We're throwing out everything. My man got the Mickey Mouse trap, dropping anvils on people's heads.
Man, watching Piranha Plant run at Steve, though, is the funniest thing in the world, because Steve is sitting there building a wall, mining as his silly little block man, and Plant's running at him with his tongue out like a little lost puppy, being like, come here, I want to play, I'm chasing the mailman, except this mailman drops anvils on your head. He's like an Acme cartoon character.
Ooh, I like dropping the Patui right there on shield to keep a shield advantage and get a jab. This is dangerous.
Watch. Space.
Ooh,
Covered. Good.
He ends up getting through. That Patui's going to hit right there. Man, the beginning of that game looked a little scary for Lucky, but that was insane adjustments. Great job punishing the minecart especially. We saw a lot of punishes for jumping into minecart, which is a very good thing because that's a very, very, very strong tool from Steve.
Yeah, and remember as well, this is the last top 8 qualifier. So winner makes top 8 and moves on to the final phase of bracket. Loser goes home. This would be by far, I think, Piranha Plant's best North American placement at an event of this caliber.
Yeah, E+.
Remember, Lucky losing to low 4 top 8 at Big House, unfortunately, in Gen 9, so just not able to lock it in there. However, Onin definitely not out of the woods yet as he tries to defend his hometown tournament.
These Patui's punishing Steve jab are so good.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I saw Onin just lean his chair, and he knows something is happening right now. He does not like it.
Lucky is playing like a man possessed, as he is determined to show you that this character, someone that people think can't do it, is a low tier, right? Like, putting them on the map at top 8 over the hometown hero at one of his biggest events. But so far, Onin just hasn't had an answer. Lucky is calling out everything Onin comes up with right now.
My man is all over, and Onin literally just died right there and sort of like threw his hands up almost as a shrug. There's something going on with Onin right now that he's got to figure out quick, just like you mentioned.
Yeah, no, I mean, the worst part is when you're down versus a character that you don't have too much experience against, you don't really have that much time to stretch it out and figure it out. You're taking 25, 30 almost for that Poison Cloud.
I love the air dodge. It looks like an unsafe option on paper, but it baits something out from Steve. It takes the stage control, and it calls out the options that he would already have had to commit to safe Lucky, though, still getting put in the corner after all of his trouble, and now has to contend with the TNT ledge trap, misses up the Patui, and has to do it all over again. But the pop, man, it comes through.
I like the way that Onin was sort of maximizing his mind by on the TNT block, because it shifts the resources you get, which is very, very good. Has a diamond ready on lock. Not sure if we're going to see it or if he's going to try and savor it for the next stock.
I think the up tilt ladder, not very characteristic of Onin. You do not want to have that happen right now. But you still have stage control and no pick, no pick.
Yeah, the no pickaxe there, that breaking was absolutely huge. It's going to give Lucky a chance to get back. However, now you have to deal at ledge with a diamond, and that's a snowball. The extra diamond in that back too, but only 4 iron means that resource at least is a little bit.
Fresh down to a big TNT.
Yeah, that's sick.
Don't jump. Oh, great roll.
I love the delay on it.
Yeah, great weight. Onin setting up a lot of interesting ledge traps and pulling out the bag of tricks, you know, like Steve is allowed to do. So really like that adjustment. Gonna knock out of the minecart, and we're at 1 stock apiece. If Onin can win this game, it's gonna be huge for the mental.
Yeah, I think, and if you go down 2-0, right, the mental of being down 2-0 against Piranha Plant, Onin obviously can still clutch it out, but that's one where you start to be like, oh my god, what's happening? What's happening to me? And that's where you start to really panic. That's where a character can make their money. But it's not a world we're going to live in, because Lucky is going to go down to that diamond back air. It's going to smash through that potted plant and lock up the set even at 1-1. So now counter pick advantage on the line here. I mean, what do you think adjustments we can see from Lucky with how Onin answered back?
To me, I think if I'm Lucky right now, I'm recognizing the fact that Onin just kind of snowballed and played really well with the lead and frame data, and you're going to have to pick your spots better, because even if you can scramble well, messing up 1 time is too punishing. If you defeat the scrambles right, you navigated them perfectly 5 times in a row. So you probably want to disengage in smarter spots, but you still have to show willingness to be up close, because Piranha Plant's up close game with Patui, jab, forward air, up air is just too good.
Absolutely. Starting off game 3, we're running it back to PS2 again. Big F tilt's going to win neutral for the first time, but good job dodging the Patui right there to get a big punish.
And I love the route to around the SDI. Onin being forced to trap him around the world and still doing so, still finding the coverage, but that anvil dropping on your head.
No, I don't even think it hit. I think Lucky was just looking at the anvil and didn't know how low down he was, and it just fell.
It looked like he was already in up special startup, though, because it looked like he started up. That's why I'm confused. I think he may have just been in the magnifier when it hit him or something. Oh. It was a weird, it was an awkward,
it was sent up regardless, right? It was sent up anyway.
Yeah, it should send up anyways. That's why I'm confused. But it looked like he was already in the startup. Who knows?
Clip that later.
Yeah, clip it, chat.
All right, Poison Gas going to break the blocks right now, and Onin's going to set up some more, so you ain't touching me, brother. Oh man, and this game sort of slipping away from Lucky pretty quick. Steve just does so much damage when he gets in.
Yeah, Onin definitely said, hold on guys. I may not know the plant matchup, but I'm a top player, right? I can get that download. I've got that high-speed Ethernet cable jacked into my skull. It's not going to take me that long. After the first game, answering back now with a vengeance, and definitely feels like he's figured it out. These 3 high walls are just so hard for Plant to deal with if they can't obscure their movement with that poison gas.
Try to get conversion off the block, does not find it, and finds an anvil for his troubles. Lucky down 2 stocks to 1 right now. Where Onin was looking pretty frustrated last game, I feel like now he's kind of figured it out and he's playing the flowchart much better for Steve.
My man locked in like that parasite scene that
yeah,
we were
exactly.
seeing on Twitter.
Yeah, I have.
You really dialed in. That's still not going to kill across the stage. 154, and every diamond aerial is going to be so much damage. Still living right there.
Yeah, Piranha Plant, not a character that was known for their 0 to death, does have 1 or 2 right under platforms that are possible. But to find that even at this point, right, you have to take this stock first, find one, and then even still you're down nearly 100%. The odds are long for Lucky, but if it tags any indication, it's still certainly possible.
I don't want to say this is over, but
yeah, this is looking extremely rough, and so you got to sort of try and gather all the information that you can to sort of aid you. Yep, exactly.
I don't know how you make this happen. Like, you have to be kind of playing a god, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would take a miracle, but miracles are possible.
Everything will kill. Throw a special.
And you know what? Hey.
Yeah.
Next game. Let's go.
Yeah.
Next game.
Right, you're down 2-1. You lost counter pick advantage, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world, especially right so far. We've really mostly seen PS2 here, so you're not as sweating as much losing that game 3, feeling like you're going to lose an extra resource that is going to make the difference if you're going there anyways, but opting now potentially for Battlefield?
I don't know.
When I played Lucky, I actually banned the stage because I know he's actually really, really good with platform movement.
Yeah.
It's better than mine. I don't want to do it. Add to the fact that like if Steve goes to like an up air ladder and he's patooing on a platform, if they get hit, right, there's no defensive option to worry about. I could see this actually going really well for Lucky. At least try it out and see what happens.
I also think one of the biggest adjustments going into Game 4 right here, Lucky swapped the song. So maybe a little vibe change right here going into Battlefield. So let's see what Lucky can do.
Some songs do evoke different emotions, and emotions do affect how we play very, very much.
That being said, both these players got their AirPods in. I don't think either of them are listening to the game audio right now.
Nah, they're vibing.
It's for the stream. It's for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to change our vibes because it's like Peter Pan and fairies, right? Every time you believe a fairy gets their wings, every time the vibes are better for a spectator, Lucky gets a power-up.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now with an early % lead, now it's going to be extremely important to take stock 1 right here. That way that Onin doesn't sort of do that snowball that we were seeing last game. But already a diamond to
45 seconds in, you got diamond. That is crazy.
Yeah, and it's just one of the things is Plant, right, so limited in the movement, doesn't have a great startup on those moves with range, those projectiles, those switch that it takes so long for Plant to get in a position to contest these mining that Onin can just stockpile so many resources.
Tries to catch a minecart right there, does not get it, and ends up dying for it because the Plant back there was slightly off the mark.
Great stuff going for Onin in the forward smash there. Flip the 2 as well from Lucky. If you don't see any mash marks, like the white particles, you can just flip smash, but you know.
Yeah.
So easy, yeah.
Yeah, that comes out when you map. Those particles come out when you mash, but also
SDI.
when you SDI, yeah.
Yeah.
That the SDI particles show strength is a really cool little detail. So many of those in this game. Piranha Plant right now, they're trying to say, I don't care how many or few details you have, Steve. I just want you to eat my spike ball. I want you to take this damage and try and just lodge the stage control. But getting caught on the wrong side of the minecart, they're getting caught by the little bit of a jostle. And now it's Onin's turn, but somehow Lucky's going to call him out. And are we going to see a game 5?
Hey,
not too yet. Steve does still have a diamond unlocked, so in my opinion, Steve is still winning right now.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I really like the way that Lucky has been challenging minecart again. We saw it game 1 a lot and going out pretty well, so I like to see that coming back for game 4. I think that was a very strong suit in Lucky's game 1.
I like the idea there, finding the perfect DI with the Patui as well to somehow survive. Great discipline there on the stick and taking the damage, even though it costs him the stock 50% less. There is some resource damage done through to that diamond durability, so at least you have some resources, but no, gonna get the tower spot, so holding on, and the second tower spot in turn, gonna miss the second down air.
No,
so much damage, so much,
many
chances missed.
He saves the iron.
Yep, I'm gonna mine and get back right now. Yeah, I think that was smart, saving the resources.
Now you have
right
2,
yep.
but no pick on you right now, watch out. Yep, minecart's his way out. Doesn't have a pick yet,
It's
so.
a grab. Oh, no up throw, I guess
no
it wasn't within the percent.
Either at room, so watch what's happening here. There is a diamond, but the back air is gonna do it, and
Greedy Roland gets punished, maybe looking for an up tilt back air to get stage control. Doesn't find it. Lucky is so good when he has stage control, it's terrifying.
Yeah, and you can really feel the pressure that Onin had because he wasn't getting a new tool right there. He had a diamond in hand. He could have got more tools, got a pick back, but again, just the pressure and the way that Lucky plays with stage control really put fear into, recrafting.
No, it was scaring me, I'm not going to lie, dude. Yeah, if we're going last hit versus Piranha Plant, it's terrifying.
Having to play a full last stock against Steve with a full bar of resources is he was a little limited on the iron. I think he had 4 or 5 pieces, but that's still a good number, right? And the diamond and the gold already coming down off the Angel platform is terrifying, especially when you don't have tools against them. Lucky made it work, but now having to go.
For a second, Rachel, we're going to FD.
I was gonna say we're going to FD, and I think Onin noticed maybe what you did about the platform movement because he's taking them completely off the table. Also, remember, Steve here gonna get at more iron, more more stone, so maybe some of those hardier resources to just give himself a little bit more space, time to slow things down.
Yes, definitely. On these FD stages and small battlefield, you get like all the pool, so you get everything kind of. So having some more like bad blocks to get rid of, like you have dirt and wood for your blocks, and you get to stockpile stone and iron a lot harder. So it's gonna be iron use is very, very important for a matchup like this, where it's kind of your get out free cards in a lot of the spots.
Yeah, having that wood as well, right? Just backing up, not having to deal with dirt at all, but Lucky just having to deal with everything in this corner. He has nowhere to mix up his landing.
Oh, give her setup.
Man, yeah. And it's just so hard to make it back right now. We've been seeing Onin hit him with everything right now. Ooh, great weight and jump, but the minecart's going to hit the second option off a ledge.
And only 14%. That went about as poorly for Lucky as it possibly could. Onin just starting to try and say, hey, you might be coming close, but close only matters in horseshoes and hand grenades, and this is neither. This is Michigan. This is my hometown. I'm trying to find the stock there, not able to confirm it, but Lucky having to fight the demon that is Onin right now.
Yeah, and mining on the TNT, just getting some of those better resources out of it. Tries to contest with
It doesn't matter on the stage. If you mine anything, you still get the same releases.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. And man, a 3 stock to 1 lead right now. That is insane.
This is hard. Actually, very reminiscent of my set with Cosmos, when you just have such a down lead because you went this really ballsy with an early lead, it hurts so much.
Yeah.
And what's insane to me too is that, obviously we talked about how the platform of the stage being such a benefit to Onin here, but it hasn't even just been that. He's playing so fast. Lucky has had 1 reset to neutral this entire game. Onin is just in his face, putting him in a vortex like it's Fox, and even though he's getting on the board now, he just, more often than not, hasn't even been able to reset to neutral.
That was a big up tilt. Didn't get anything off of it, unfortunately. Finally swings and breaks the minecart, but not going to hit Onin in the same way. This is looking dangerous right now. 11% and just building those resources up and quick. Breaks the block wall and has a ledge trap. Oh my gosh!
Oh, he was trying to back air him off the wall there if he went high, but Onin just going to the ledge, so Lucky now running out of chances, trying to steal an early stock here. 1 way, 2 ways, not going to find it because of that minecart, and now he's just running out of time.
Yeah, running out of time and just running out of stock to work with. 122% to take 2 stocks off D. This is going to be a miracle.
Yeah, and we could see Onin just kind of playing the long game, going for 160, 170, and then going for an up throw later on.
Yep.
Right? We're around 15 to 20% away from that kind of percentage threshold, right? And everything from Diamond will kill. So honestly, have fun. Yeah.
If I'm Onin, I just play here at the ledge, keep my resources going,
Yep.
and just wait for an untackable or something just like that. Dropping it down, locking out. Lucky coming so close to that top 8. He wants so bad, but at the end of the day, he's just not gonna quite find it. That is gonna be it for sets for our block here as we now get ready for top 8. But before we go anywhere, folks, we have some things coming up that we'd like to talk to you at home about.